Hi, I'm Telly Tucker. I'm the president here at the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research in Danville, Virginia. Today we celebrate another graduation of ATDM, which stands for Accelerated Training in Defense Manufacturing. This program is a 16-week intensive, rigorous skill, trades, and manufacturing training program whereby students with no experience can come and entertain a level of proficiency after 16 weeks and 600 hours of training. Today with me, we have a special guest here, and she's graduated just earlier today. Her name is Casie. Casie, welcome.
Thank you.
We are so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and what's your backstory?
All right. So I'm actually originally from Baton Rouge, but I've lived in Virginia for a couple of years now, in Ruther Glen. It's not too far from the facilities here, about 3.5 hours. And yeah, I've kind of been all over the East Coast, so this has been a new experience, a new place to discover.
Awesome. So Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Yeah,
Danville, Virginia.
very different.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Mostly food.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Creole cuisine. So
Absolutely.
Tell me, what was the journey like to get from Baton Rouge to Danville, Virginia?
Well, I have family here, thankfully, and I'm lucky for that. But yeah, as soon as I heard about the ATDM program, I was kind of doing a job, there that felt a little stagnant, So I decided to pack up, and I was here, the next week when I got the call.
Now, tell me the story. You said you don't have social media, but
Right.
so how did you find out about ATDM?
Actually, my mother, which is not expected, but I have no social media presence whatsoever, and she ran across it on Facebook, texted it to me, and I did not. I thought it was a scam. I'm like, there's no way that they are providing all of these amenities. You stay in the apartments on campus. You have a free education. We're going to train you for on-job everything, and prepare you for a career. And I'm thinking, no way is this actually real. And then I got a call from the recruiter, and it's real,
So you heard it here to our audience. It's not a scam.
It is not.
So you studied and graduated in what we call NDT, non-destructive testing. Maybe tell our audience a little bit about what is non-destructive testing.
Right. So I actually didn't know anything about non-destructive testing before I got here. But they start out, you have different modules. You have VT, visual training. You have MT, magnetic particle testing, UT, ultrasonic, and we just wrapped up RT, radiographic. And you are taught you're kind of like the last defense of testing, what's necessary to keep the integrity of whatever you're testing. So whether it be parts that's going on a submarine or, parts all over the industry, you are checking to make sure that is a sound piece of equipment that you're sending out that could help people, save people's lives.
Wow.
So NDT is a very important, now that I know what it is, it's a very important process.
That's incredible. That sounds exciting, and it is exciting. A little pressure filled. Like,
a little bit.
The last line of, I'm going to ensure the safety and the quality of this part so that it makes sure it does its job.
But they prepare you for pretty much whatever you're going to come in contact with, and then you have people, wherever you're going to work, you have people that are going to support you and help guide you. So it is a little intimidating, but they prepare you well here.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So big day today.
Yes.
Graduation. Just wrap that up.
Yeah.
What's next for Casie?
I'm going to Mistras, right outside of Richmond, Virginia, in Midlothian. They're a huge NDT company, and I'll be working with Paris Johnson. So if anybody gets the pleasure to meet him in the future, he's great. And yeah, so I'm going to be close to family, which I'm thankful for. I have a lot of students that I've been in class with from all over the U.S., and we're all kind of going everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to be here in Virginia.
Wonderful. So for how does it work? Like, did you know, you obviously have family in Virginia, but did you know that you wanted to stay in Virginia, and did you get to choose where you wanted to go, or did they just assign you somewhere how did all that work?
Yeah, so I didn't actually think that I was going to stay in Virginia. I was open to going pretty much anywhere. I don't have any kids myself, so it makes me a little bit more open than others. And I didn't know that I was going to stay in Virginia. So when you apply for jobs and you talk to employers that could be potentially who you're working for, you just kind of go with the flow. But luckily, I was able to stay here in Virginia, close to my family. But I was willing to go anywhere.
Awesome. So you talked about before, program includes housing, includes transportation, the training, obviously, and then connecting you with career opportunities. We call those wraparound services. Could you have done this without those, and how did they help you through, or maybe helping you make a decision to try a program like ATDM?
Yeah, I don't think that I could have done those things without all of the wraparounds, as you say. I do have a car, but there's a lot of students that come, we're in Virginia, we're on the East Coast, there's a lot of students that come from California, and they fly here and they don't have cars. So you can get anywhere that you need to go to and from class. They'll bring you to and from class. This is a program that truly wants you to succeed, and they make sure that you have everything that you need to succeed, including housing and transportation. So, as you grow those bonds with your fellow classmates, you'll probably be giving some rides from time to time. But yeah, the apartments are great. And, like I said, they bring you to and from class. So the amenities that are offered here are pretty substantially great. And I don't think that I would have been able to do this, step away from a full-time job, in my early 40s and be able to do that, go to school, and it's basically working full-time, 16-week compressed program, and it's rigorous. So yeah, all of the help that you guys offer helps you succeed.
I'm so glad to hear that. So as we wrap things up today, do you have a message for other potential students out there, future ATDM graduates? Is there a message you want to send to them about the program and any encouragement you might have for someone who's trying to find their future career path?
Absolutely. I went through a lot of adversity before I came here. I had some rough years, and I didn't think that I had it in me to go back to school, and it is worth investing in yourself. It's something that I'm so proud of myself for achieving and accomplishing. Once you're here, you meet so many wonderful people, lifelong friends, my instructors I'll keep in touch with, and just believe in yourself. I'm really glad that I did this, and I'm starting over at age 40. That's not something that a lot of people can say. And it's a very supportive program. So if you're thinking about reinvesting in yourself, completely needing to switch up your career or just further your education, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and show up, and it'll happen.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, Casie.
Thank you.
Casie Hansen, graduate, non-destructive testing, ATDM, right here in Danville, Virginia. Thank you for tuning in and for spending a little time getting to know Casie and hearing her story better. And we would like to encourage anybody out there who's searching for a new opportunity, a new career path, a transformational opportunity. Please do consider ATDM, Accelerated Training in Defense Manufacturing.